Hello, and thanks for joining me for our weekly episode of NCIA Today. I'm your host, Bethany Moore, NCIA's Deputy Director of Communications, checking in with you every Friday with updates on what's happening in the cannabis industry and here at NCIA. All right, there's a lot to cover in this episode, so let's dive right in. On the advocacy side, our Deputy Director of Public Policy, Rachel Kurtz-McElwain, reminds us of two important action alerts for the month of August to check off of your to-do list in her recent blog. Ask yourself these two questions. Have I read the discussion draft or summary of the Senate bill to legalize cannabis at the federal level and now have an opinion on how NCIA should approach the bill? If so, tell NCIA. And has my SMS text messaging service gotten more expensive, become unwieldy with rules, or been taken away altogether? Once again, tell NCIA. Learn more in her blog on our website. We also got a couple of great resources from our Risk Management and Insurance Committee last week. First of all, check out the insurance manual they've put together, which is the first in a series of insurance manuals that will help guide you through the various coverages and definitions used in the cannabis insurance industry. This first edition of the RMIC Insurance Manual will outline the basic and entry-level knowledge base for the cannabis insurance industry and explore the various insurable risks attributed to the cannabis supply chain. Future editions will dive deeper into more specific insurance topics. So head to our website and download the insurance manual today. The RMIC also published a blog about cannabis auto insurance, which includes best practices, claims processes, and other important insights that matter if your company has auto exposure, such as delivery, distributions, or employees simply running company errands. In that case, your company needs a robust risk management program. Learn more in their recent blog article. Speaking of NCIA's committees, it's that time of year to submit applications for the next term, and time is running out. NCIA members can apply for a seat on one of our 14 industry sector committees, ranging from banking and financial services and packaging and labeling to facilities design and more. Applications are due by August 15th, so you have just a few more days to get your applications in. It's another great way to get to know and work with your fellow industry peers and thought leaders, so if you're interested, please submit your application today or by no later than August 15th. All right, next, I'm thrilled to be reviving our Member Spotlight series this month by highlighting our Social Equity Scholarship recipients as part of our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion program. Participants are gaining firsthand access to regulators in key markets to get insight on the industry, tips for raising capital, and advice on how to access and utilize data to ensure success in their businesses, along with all the other benefits available to NCIA members. This month, we're featuring iFly Wellness and their CEO, David Rodriguez. Check out the Equity Member Spotlight on our website today. And remember to subscribe and tune in to both of our weekly podcasts, NCIA's Cannabis Industry Voice and NCIA's Cannabis Minority Report, which you can catch live on NCIA's Facebook page every Monday morning at 1 p.m. Eastern. Last but not least, tickets are now on sale for the Midwest Cannabis Business Conference. Join us on September 22nd and 23rd in Detroit, Michigan. Current NCIA members receive discounted or even sometimes free tickets to our trade shows, depending on your membership level. Head to www.midwestcannabisbusinessconference.com today to secure your tickets. You'll soon be hearing more about our 7th annual Cannabis Business Summit and Expo in San Francisco, as well, being held later in the year on December 15th through 17th, so stay tuned for those updates soon. In the meantime, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram to stay inspired and connected. If you're a member of NCIA, log in to NCIA Connect and spark up a conversation with your fellow NCIA members and colleagues today. We'll see you next week.
Working in the cannabis space has been very exciting, and it's, I think, a different level of innovation because the industry itself isn't quite defined, so there's always a new problem to solve or a new way to solve an existing problem, or really reapplying concepts in a very creative way.
There's 25 plus industries inside of this industry with experts from all around, and for me, there's no other more emerging industry than cannabis. It's a startup industry entirely made up of startup companies with 2,000 years of user product experience.
There's so many great things on our horizon, just expansion of new markets and new technology, even outside of the US. Just to know that legal recreational use came online in 2014. So that's not that far back. And so to think that we're here now is pretty exciting and pretty amazing. I'm looking forward to the future.
I'm just really surprised at where we are now, having kind of grown up with the plant in the 70s and early 80s, and seeing what the general kind of social attitude was and where we are now. I'm happy.
So we're very proud to be NCIA members. We've been members for the last 3 years, and I gotta say, every event, every conference, every get together that's sponsored by NCIA is a good opportunity, not just to meet others in the industry, obviously, but really to talk about the industry as a whole, where it's going, where it's been, our challenges to date.
We feel really grateful to NCIA for including us in the educational tracks the last 3 years. We've been at every seed to sale and most of the shows on the West Coast.
Every time we're here, I always have a sense that it's not just another one of these industry conferences, that it's actually that it is the industry's lobbying arm, and that it's an organization that is protecting all of us and fighting for the legal future that we all need.
At the end of the day, the most important and impactful thing for us is the community. It's really about the people that NCIA brings together, and the events like this one that NCIA organizes for us to gather.
If you're in this industry, NCIA is trying to influence it positively for you. If you're not speaking up, if you're not participating in committees, you're missing out on a huge window. Everyone wants change. Well, this is one of the ways you do it.
You don't have to be a member of the NCIA. You could just do nothing and let them do everything for you and fix all the problems that need to be fixed for the industry to work properly, and you could just sit on the sidelines. That would be fine, but it'd be better if you were a member.